got 3 guys backstage. 2 are dancing. You can probably guess which 2 of the 3 were dancing when I bring them in. Ladies and gentlemen, happy new comic book day. My name is Chris the Comic Vet. Hope this live stream finds you safe and well. Today was a good day at the comic shop. Everything that I hoped for was there. It was a little bit of an expensive day. My wallet's not talking to me, but with the price of gas, my wallet hasn't been talking to me for a long time. Yes, even here in Canada, it's very expensive. Anyways, let's bring in my friends backstage. It's my Slab Hub co-host and partner, Rob.
I can't believe how much Taylor was dancing back there. That was crazy. I'd never seen that before.
It's true. Taylor can dance a good jig.
I only dance on the inside.
And see, Jim's still dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, gentlemen.
It's like orchestra, and then rock.
Yeah.
Boom.
It's like Rob hit the nail on the head a while ago and said it's a good what is it? Juxtaposition? Juxtaposition. Yes. I'm gonna have to put something in between. Maybe what I'll do is I'll have that countdown. Manny made that countdown for me, and I really love it. And Manny from Tomorrow's Cinema made it. Maybe I'll throw Tyler in there, just doing
It's already 40 goddamn seconds, man. Knock it off.
Wait, no, hold on. And then I'll throw in my new intro.
There you go.
Well,
just get a 10-minute intro. That's what you really
actually just needs like a, what would go well right there, actually, between the as a segue between the two, is you just need a needle pull across a record.
Yeah.
Sound effect. And then all of a sudden it changes, the beat spins like that. That's all you need.
Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you. Okay.
Jim was singing it. He's like, I think I love it.
I'm still happy with it. I'm happy with it. I really enjoy it.
That's all that matters is you're happy with it. It is yours.
I like it.
That's right.
How it is, G.
It's all right. Anyways, gentlemen, how's your wallets today? Because today was a pretty big week.
Not too bad, but I didn't get a trillion incentives this week. So
okay, Jim?
I mean, I have to choose between a comic or a gallon or a half a gallon of gas. So it's a tricky choice.
It's yes, but if you have good thighs, you go with the comic books.
Each comic book is a decision on a gallon of gas. What are you talking about? Well, not where I live.
Half gallon of gas.
Seriously, it's so bad. OPEC, like, come on, guys, it's so bad.
Well, it's not. Hey, look, the supply got cut with the cutoff of Russia. And
I don't believe that.
Listen, Shell's making record profits.
Supply. So well, yes. I'm not saying that there's a shortage. What happens is there is less supply. That is true. Therefore, oil futures go higher. And if regardless of how much you have as a country, if the sale price is set at a certain dollar amount because that's what the open market is buying it at, then that's what they pay for it, and that means the companies make profits. That's great, but it's a market that fluctuates constantly and digs into it. I'm not in support of it. It sucks paying $6-something a gallon I pay out here in California.
I don't understand these units of measurement, but anyways, all I have to say is it's called a lot. A dollar is just like a dollar in Canada, Chris. Yeah. No. The monetary value I understand. No, all I have to say is this, and then we'll shift gears, guys. The one thing they have been saying is the demand is there and supply is low. Wait till China opens up and people get back to work in China, because a lot of people are still under lockdown in major cities across China. When that happens, look out for the price of gas. My God, it's going to be insane.
Well, I mean, with that said, real quick, with that said, for an entire year and a half, you could say there was the U.S. was shut down. The world was pretty much shut down. Mm-hmm. What did they, what was a gallon of gas then? And what were the was it $60, $50 a barrel?
No, barrel prices dropped at one point down to like $30-something.
Exactly. So if I own that gas, you don't think I'm going to recoup that shit later on in a couple of years? Believe me, they're going to go, well, time to get mine back.
It's a commodities market. It sells for what people are willing to pay.
Well, also it's an election season. And the corporations want certain folks in power, so they also
has nothing to do with it.
It's not anything to do with it.
I think money is the bottom line to all of it.
The way that you can prove that it has nothing to do with it is asking, "Hey, Chris, is your cost of gas gone up there?
Are
Do you at all have any impact on the decision of who would be the U.S. president?
He does.
Do I?
Yeah. As a Canadian.
No. As a Canadian, negative.
I barely have enough impact on my own.
How about has Europe? Has Europe experienced gas prices?
Well, I'm not talking. These are not U.S. corporations that just want these things in power. It's global corporations. It's all a global conspiracy.
Oh, all right. Great.
Yeah.
Back to the comics. We're getting way off.
I hate being the voice of reason with Taylor.
I know. I'm with you.
Gentlemen, Kyle's hanging out. Wheelchair superhero. Hey, comic fan. Hope that you're doing well, my man. Hope you and your sister are doing all right.
The prices of gas that Europeans have been paying for years.
Rob's still
Europeans at least drive smaller cars.
James Lucretius, 1971. Hope that you're doing well.
Yeah.
Hello from Ontario, sir. And Jim's right below me. Hope that you're well.
Hey, Digger Jim from Maryland.
Jean Mallow. Jean, hope that you're doing well. Bonjour. Hope everything is okay over there in La Belle Province. Bell. Blue Hellion.
Bell Hellion.
Happy New Comic Day, my man.
Well, I do declare Bell Hellion.
I tripped over that one. Kenneth Bird, Mr. Bird, hope that you're doing well. And let's see. Blue Hellion. I just walked 3 blocks to my LCS. You're living the dream, my man. You're living the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't have to drive to my LCS, I wouldn't have to drive at all.
Right. Stephen C., thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Miss So, hope that you're doing well. Thank you. Listening while working late. Well, thank you for your time. Eli Gunther, hope that you're doing well. Jim, your brother is here. John, hope that you're doing well. And did John hit his LCS today, Jim? Are you does he participate in New Comic Book Day?
No.
Okay. I think he it's good old American capitalism. Yes.
I swear. I'm in a love-hate relationship with these bags.
Gary B. Yes. I will.
I sent him something on IG. I don't know if it'll work, but
okay. Yeah. If someone could flip Gary the link.
Here's a link for you, Gary. I just flipped it.
Oh my goodness. Savage.
And Blue Hellion, you caught me. I'm secretly Cobra Commander.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Gary, what say you, my man?
Hey, what's going on, Jess? I was just listening to your spirited argument and waiting until you were done to get on.
Oh, okay.
I'm surprised that actually I haven't seen anybody walking around with face masks that have a Cobra symbol on them.
For everyone that's watching, Gary dropped a video today with his new Comic Book Day haul, and what a haul! My God, I got to admit, he may have the largest stack between the 5 of us. So we'll see. So, but Gary, I appreciate you coming back on here, man.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for having me, Chris.
Yeah. And the 10-1-1 with DJ, good stuff.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that last night.
True story.
Evan, happy New Comic Book Day to you. Thank you. And John is saying that he did participate in New Comic Book Day. It's usually just after New Comic Book Day.
Yeah. Sometimes he can't get there that day.
Okay. So, guys, the new trailer for Black Adam just dropped. Whom of you had a chance to witness this extended take on Black Adam?
I watched
the trailer. I don't know.
Okay, Jim, since you're so excited about it, first thoughts.
Well, The Rock ain't gonna bring out trash. It's just not gonna happen.
Because consult the movie list. Hold on.
I did.
You ever watch The Mummy with him or Scorpion King or whatever?
Look, I'm ignoring those. Those were his younger days. We didn't have any control. He's gonna be the next president anyway. So shut up. Anyway, going back to the movie. I like that one scene where he's like, we have good guys and bad, and we don't kill. He's like, I do. And right then and there, I was like,
how about Hercules?
How
was he in that?
This could be really good. But I love the effects. I'm only hoping that we see more than of everyone, like a nice spread of Atom Smasher, and it's not just a Fate Black Adam show. I'm really hoping that they incorporate everyone in it because Atom Smasher looks sick.
I watched it on mute, and I have 2 thoughts.
Yo. Dope.
DC needs to turn the lights on their set and get rid of the sepia filter on fucking everything. But
So I watched the trailer, Taylor, and much like you, I like The Rock. I just find him super entertaining. So I expect it to be entertaining on a Rock level. As far as the movie itself, it looks like your standard DC dole out. Dark, scratchy costume, gray backgrounds, gray this, gray that. I'm expecting The Rock is The Rock. He'll make whatever he's doing entertaining anyway. But I'm not buying this is the evil version of Superman. They're going to turn him into a hero by the end of the movie.
Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that statement. But in the beginning, he's like, I think he has some issues he has to work out.
If they do it right, they'll never turn him full hero. But they'll
right. Well, The Rock has said that he still wants Cavill's Superman to fight him, or character.
He should be like Submariner.
Well, there's a chance of that happening now in the future, Chris, because the new person running Warner Brothers, there was just a report out that they want Cavill to be like the anchor,
the cornerstone.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And I saw that too, Gary B.
Mm-hmm. I've been saying that as long as I've been on YouTube, that DC needs to realize, that some of the talent they have, letting Cavill go as Superman or retiring his Superman is, in my opinion, would be a tragic mistake.
Especially because
you can't have DC without Superman. It just doesn't work.
You excuse me if I'll hold my oxygen tank with me as I hold my breath.
Yeah, we've been down this road, but like they've teased this a few times. They've said that he's done, but like Gary mentioned, the latest news I heard is scrap all the Superman stuff.
How old is Cavill
outside
now?
Of Cavill? It doesn't matter. He's a handsome son of a bitch.
It doesn't matter. It always matters.
He's
eventually.
A handsome son of a
bitch.
bitch.
Age catches up to every single man eventually.
Well, they could bring in Jonathan Kent then.
I think we haven't seen Henry Cavill's best Superman yet. Because he hasn't got a chance to play the Boy Scout yet. Just glimpses of it, and he was really, really good.
Yeah.
I saw the Black Adam trailer, and I don't know what y'all are getting all excited about. It's okay. I didn't see anything.
That's what I said, though.
I didn't see anything that jumped out at me and made me like want to go, oh my God, I have to go get stretchy pants on now. No, I saw a movie that said, oh, well, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad, so I'll go see it. It's not like Venom and Venom 2 and Morbius, where I looked at them and said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Venom and Venom 2
are not Morbius. Okay, please point your anger towards Let There Be Carnage. No, I'm kind of with Rob. I got to admit, when Hawkman spoke, and then we got that flash of the wings opening for a second time. We've seen that before. To me, it looked a lot more shined up and prettier. I thought that was cool.
It was great.
I actually don't know that much about some of the other characters. Adam Smasher, I'm not that familiar with. Dr. Fate, obviously, I know a bit about. But yeah, I kind of hope they. I don't want him to be the hero with an attitude. I want him to be that guy that they never know what they're going to get. We're rolling the dice. Like, I get that he's kind of like Dr. Doom. Like, he's interested in his own people. That's it. Everything outside of his area, outside of his wheelhouse, he doesn't give a rat's ass.
And that's
what I hope happens. Yeah.
Like, they reluctantly work with him, but at any time, they know he could just go off, and there's never any. There's always that tension.
Right. Yeah. But yeah, I gotta admit, I don't think The Rock doesn't make non-entertaining movies anymore. They're always good popcorn movies.
Please,
right?
That man is a dirty, filthy whore. He went to the Taylor Winder School of acting. Take any role you can get and hope that your charisma can carry the film on your back.
It's fine. Well, Samuel L. Jackson's rolling over 100 films, so someone's like,
and a lot of them are dog shit too.
And you know what he said?
True, but yeah,
it's my job. Yeah. My job is to be an actor. If I can do 100 movies in a year, then I'm going to do it. Because that's my job.
And if 5% of them are great movies, he'll have 5 great movies that year.
Hey,
I don't think he ever said, "Hey, I'm going to be an Academy Award winner." I just don't think it happened. I don't think he ever, in his right mind, because he started acting really late too. He wasn't a young guy when he started acting. So, I mean,
Nicolas Cage gave the best answer for that. You're like, why are you in these movies? He goes, because they're fun and they pay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Everyone's got a mortgage, right? Like everyone's got rent.
Look, he got a check. I mean, in an interview I saw him, Samuel Jackson says, look, I get paid. It's my job. You have a job. You get up every day and go do it. Why should I be any different?
Yeah.
He's not looking to get an Academy Award,
Well, did.
And it's why you see some of them have longevity over other ones who
apparently that's me. I'm trying to,
and then they're only going to do this type of film or that type of film, and then you don't hear about
comics on this MF plane. Look at my brother said.
We talk about some comics or something already. Yeah, really.
Okay. Since I'm in the driver's seat, all right, John. Here we go. I got a fairly big stack.
Yeah.
I'll start off with some indies. This is kind of, I'm thinking, my cover of the week. It's Spawn 330. It's old school Spawn as far as I'm concerned. It has a little bit of that Batman and Spider-Man flavor to it. But again, this is a Canadian list, Spawn. Todd McFarlane has as much to do with this book as what I do.
That looks like every Spawn cover I've ever seen ever.
How about this one then?
That's better.
Okay.
Hey, Jim.
Black like my soul. I like it.
Jim, you and I got to bring the positivity because we got the two cranky guys way up top.
I will say the art on that book is fabulous.
Yeah, the black cover is amazing.
Evan's right. I remember hearing this about Michael Caine quite a while ago, that he took parts based on where they wanted to be filmed. And it's a free way to see the world.
Travel the world.
And who could blame him?
I wouldn't.
We Live Age of the Palladians 3.
Nice.
I decided to roll the dice on Twig 2, just because I said before and I'll say it again. I prefer Scotty Young's writing versus over his kitty artwork. Yeah. I think my LCS tossed this in as a thank you, but it's Power Rangers Universe 6.
You should toss it back.
I don't know anything about it. Is there a new Ranger in this or something?
You should toss it back.
Okay, let's get into something that's a little bit more in my wheelhouse. We'll go over with the franchise. Zeb Wells at the helm for issue number 3. The last issue basically had Spider-Man being wheeled away in a 48 or 52 footer, and Tombstone literally beat the crap out of him, and so we'll see where it goes. This is Al Ewing's Venom, issue 8. Yeah, is that not Kang on the cover there?
It is.
Okay. Have you been through this book already, Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Enough said.
Right.
I didn't. That was last week, right?
No, that's this week.
This week.
Oh my God, my LCS shorted me. Those fuckers.
Oh. I'm just curious, and if Gary, if you've already been through this, just say thumbs up or thumbs down. But Savage Avengers 2.
Haven't read it yet.
Okay. But that's Devil Dinosaur, right?
It is.
Okay.
Hey, Taylor, where that would have never happened to you, where you would never been shorted, is at Rhino's Comics. They would never short you.
True.
Chop and drop, my man. Hope that you're doing well, Rhino's Comics.
Well, this is the LCS I'm breaking up with anyways. Yeah. So
I might be the closest one to it outside of Gary.
Yeah.
And I'm in a different country. But is this the last Williamson Batman?
God, I hope so.
Bring on the Canadian, right? So yeah, we'll see where this goes. I am a sucker for a pretty cover. Poison Ivy #1.
Ooh.
I gotta admit, there are a lot of nice covers for Poison Ivy for this particular issue. None of which are a Jenny Frison.
I didn't pick that up, but I heard good things about that issue.
Yeah, I didn't pick that up either.
We'll see what Taylor has to say. And I'm presuming everyone else on this panel, my hot pick this past Sunday was Williamson's Dark Crisis. We were talking about it backstage. I will let the guys dissect this a little bit.
Everyone on this panel?
Robert's going a different avenue. So we'll see. Dark Crisis. Josh Williamson's Dark Crisis. There's been a big build-up to that particular book. In my opinion, we've had the road to it. We've had Free Comic Book Day. We've had rumblings about the death of Justice League for God knows how long. And, it's finally here. So we'll see where it goes.
There you are.
I'll let Taylor talk about crises and crises and crises and how he feels about this book, or you can check out his channel after this live stream where he'll go into a much deeper dive on
a crew
on this. But yeah, Flash, it's what I do, man. It's what I do. Anyways, all right. I'm curious on what Rob got because Rob mentioned backstage that there were some problems with Diamond. So Rob's winning.
I have a stack, but I didn't go last week. Although last week I only had like 2 books in my pull list, I think, and my shop didn't have Diamond. They were bringing Diamond in the door while I was there. I said, if you want to wait an hour, I got to get back to work. So since it's just independence and I don't get a lot of independence, I decided to pass. So cracking right into it, of course, the franchise. There's other covers, but really, I mean, Tombstone on the cover, pulling Spider-Man's mask apart. There is no other cover. Venom number 8. Supposedly something's happening. At least that's what they try to build it up as. Who knows? I know these came from last week. It was a Moon Knight facsimile, one for myself and one for our giveaway box for Slab Hub.
Mine didn't even have that.
Oh, mine warned me. You got 2 of these here. Did you want? Yeah, it's one for me and one for my giveaway box. So okay. Batman Annual 20. That's from last week.
Yes.
Along with the B cover. I don't know. I didn't realize it was in my mix, but it was kind of cool. So I just have it. Shadow War Omega. Batman 124. Along with the Del Auto.
Awesome. Yes, Flash, that's exactly what I thought.
The Batman Beyond, Neo Year, whatever. I don't know. DC Pride, somehow. I don't know what that is.
That's a good cover, though.
It is. I think it was supposed to be an incentive cover or something, but then they made it more available. So I told my LCS, fine, I'll take it. You just had to request it in advance, and they did it at regular cover. So Star Wars Darth Vader, this might have been from last week. I don't know.
Yeah, I believe that's from last week.
Same thing with regular Star Wars.
Rob, put that back up just for a sec.
Or actually, maybe this was this week's.
I believe that one is this week's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a variant cover?
I think this is the A cover.
Okay. Not the A cover had the. That might be Bounty Hunters. They had one of the Knights of Ren on it. Oh,
Crustacean.
That's like Star Wars Tales.
Yeah.
I like that. I like it. Yeah, I like that one better.
I like it.
And then the book I was excited to actually pick up, and I can't believe I said that. Last Spot Standing issue 2. The first issue got me a little bit excited.
So is that basically the Last Ronin meets the Transformers?
I not having read Last Ronin, sure.
Okay. Taylor, can you answer my question?
I have not read The Last Robot Standing, so
and I will say that I have a love-hate relationship with these freaking bags. These stupid bags, which they're a great price, so I love them because I can get the bags and the boards for like the price of what I buy. I don't know, they're cheap, but they freaking stack the bags alternating. Every 5 bags alternate which the flap up versus flap down. So when you're trying to put bags and boards, you can't just take the stack and keep pulling the same way. You have to keep on freaking alternating.
I love it. I love it.
Sorry.
Love you, Rob.
But I love the quality of the bags and the price.
Oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you know what it is? It's bad enough having to put bags and boards together, but when you try to do it just as like mindlessly while you're doing something else. But if you have to keep grabbing the bag and then every 5 bags you have to start flipping them the other way, it messes up your rhythm. So it takes longer to get through bagging and putting bags and boards together.
Right.
To get to Rob's age, it's all about the rhythm.
That would drive me nuts too, though, Rob.
Once he falls out of rhythm, he's no good.
Well, we have Ignacio here. Everyone, at some point later on tonight, make sure you check out Whack Comics. There is a video on there where Ignacio does Mark from Legion of Comics as the Incredible Hulk. It's actually cool to witness. And the prank they pull on Mark is pretty damn good, in my opinion. Good for you, Ignacio. Good for you.
Yeah, I watched it earlier. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I watched it too.
It is true, Ignacio. My problems are from first world.
Yours are like Alpha World. Whatever comes before first, like the Dark Crisis issue 1, you have like Dark Crisis Alpha issues.
Right. Exactly.
You then Omega
before you even knew it was an issue.
Yeah.
I was there to tell you.
There's gonna be an issue.
I've got all kinds of issues.
Jim, what say you, man? Show us what you got.
Okay, evidently this came out last week.
Love it. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, so that's what I'm dealing with right now.
Hey, that's an homage cover. Anyways.
Yeah, it is. It's a little variant. I'm digging it. I love it. This guy being somebody else. I don't know what's going on here.
I can't wait till this crossover's done and Thor's just Thor again.
Yeah, it's starting to hurt my head. I did pick
jump
this
on
up.
The shark with it. Okay.
First of all, excellent, cool cover, and I'm gonna read it. I mean, looks cool. Second favorite, Dark Knights of Steel. I'm digging it. This definitely came out last week, right? And I missed it, so it was in my box. Because they know they don't.
It's the same book as earlier.
No, it isn't. This is a one shot.
Yeah.
No, it isn't the same book, is it? Oh shit! It is. Oh shoot! It is the same book. Balls. Well, this is for my brother. I meant to do that.
Okay.
This one's for my brother.
Nice recovery.
Yeah, I meant to do that.
Remy Q's in the house.
Remy Q. The annual that was in my box. I don't remember asking for it, but
the way they do that, the annual title on top makes it look like a free comic book day book.
It does, doesn't it?
It's very similar. It's very similar.
Twig number 2, because I like Twig number 1. I thoroughly enjoyed the reading of it. It's all right. This, which I need to get off my pull now because I'm tired of reading it. And the last is We Live.
Hold on, because Remy's in the house and you held up We Live.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
We Live.
Excellent. That's it. That's all I got.
Look, that is so thoughtful of you, Jim.
Yeah, whenever I make those mistakes, immediately goes in the John box. You should see. I'm cleaning house. I have 2 boxes full of, and I mean boxes like this, full of comics that are going back when I go down for a Heroes Con to go pick him up. They're going down. That's the full set of Wolverine. I didn't buy those. I know I didn't buy those. I might have bought 1 or 2, but I guarantee you he bought most of them. Pretty much most of the X-Men from like 200 up. I quit reading after a while of it, so I know those are all his. Those are going in there.
Big Chris, cool name. Thanks for joining us.
I need more room, and I don't have the room, so I'm pawning them off. I said, you better go buy some long boxes, brother, because you're about to get hit.
Very good. So the Wolverine, is that the 90s stuff or is that the Frank Miller Claremont?
No, the Frank Miller's staying with me because I bought that when that came out, but that's only 4 issues. We're talking about from 1 through what? I don't know how long that Wolverine run was.
Yeah.
So
did it clear 300? Like, I think it went on for a long time. Either way, let's dive into Wisconsin.
I picked up this Aquaman Andromeda.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. Okay,
it's Rom V.
Yeah, I know the story. The plot is incredibly interesting, right? It's underwater space shuttle or space dump.
There's like 45 books this week that all have the same kind of weird shit. Watch my review for more. So,
thank you.
Code 45 from Scout Comics is the first issue of something.
Phil, thanks for joining us.
Aftershock Comics likes their dead astronauts. So we get where Starship's going to die, astronaut down, and We Live is somewhere in the stack. So, Mighty Thor, Jane, whatever the fuck this is called, Jane Foster and the Mighty Thor.
Well, yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle.
Watch my video for more.
Yeah, see, I try to get it out of him. He talked about it backstage.
Flashpoint Beyond 2.
It's still going on. Okay.
Yeah, this is like 2 of 6. So this is just, I'm done with it. I think it's Jeff Johns and like 11 other writers. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm Batman 124.
Bring on the Canadian.
Bring on fucking anybody on it. Sorry, part of my language, but Jesus. Okay, here's the thing. If you're going to have a crisis and you're going to have like ramp ups to crisis, like there's this is like the crisis started, but you missed your on ramp, so you got to keep driving to the next on ramp. That's this issue. There's no crisis in this. This is just Jonathan Kent putting together a kind of cool looking superhero team that does absolutely goddamn nothing. And then there's one cool thing that happens, but it doesn't make.
It could just be angsty. It could be dark angst.
It's a useless book. Even in the pantheon of event books. It makes that stupid one with the plants that Marvel did look relevant. Empire with a Y, Empire. By the Horns, Dark Earth #1. I need to read actually the rest of this to make this make any sense. So,
who's the publisher for that?
Scout.
Okay.
Poison Ivy #1. She's planning on getting fixing the planet by getting rid of people. So,
again,
well, she's the villain.
She's not wrong. There would be much better without people.
Her and Thanos might be onto something.
Yeah. Metal Society #2. It's a movie about a boxer. It's a comic. Words are hard. About a boxing match between a robot and a boxer. Or it's talking about.
See, when I think of Metal Society, I think of just a bunch of guys that go to heavy metal concerts. But okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Twig Part 2.
It seems to be the common book.
Yeah. Blech. Honestly, blech.
Yes.
Blech, blech, blech.
Easy.
No, it's god awful.
I
gave it, listen. Now. I love the first. We Live was great. First 5 issues. This is hot garbage. It makes no damn sense. The plot's incoherent. There's no characterization, so to speak. No.
I think I'm going to collect it and read it together.
And same thing about this. This is also hot garbage. So, but you can watch my video for more details as to why they're all hot garbage. So, that's all I
got. It's funny how Al Ewing went from a great run on Immortal Hulk to having to deal with Ron V for this new take on Venom. And like, I'm not going to say he went like Donny Cates' Incredible Hulk or Donny Cates' Hulk, which is just pathetic. It's weird that it kind of went like the seismic change hasn't really worked out. The whole dual writer thing just doesn't seem to work in my opinion. And we're seeing it with 2 great writers in Al Ewing and Ron V. Handle Venom.
Al Ewing's we only find them when they're dead is pretty awful too, though. So
yeah. Yeah, I gave up on it after the first arc. I know some people said the second arc was tremendous, whatever, but that was a flash forward. And to me, flash forwards are lazy writing.
Kyle, my camera always hates me, buddy. You're right.
Yeah, so I think your camera. Yeah, it seems to be just on my live stream when that happens. But anyways, all right. Let's. I know Gary's already shown his books on his own channel, but Gary, can you show us what you got, sir?
Sure. Well, I'll start out. I got this in the wrong spot.
I was going to say you're kind of angelic, but okay.
And there we go. I was putting it away, then I saw you hopped on. I wanted to get on. You got to start with a couple back issues because this was an 18-issue run. I'm trying to put it together with Matty Franklin.
Oh yeah, nice.
So just got a couple of those. Issue 14.
Right on.
I got a couple more.
I've
Then
never
a couple
seen those
old
before.
2-in-1s because 2-in-1s are incredible.
2-in-1s.
Yes. Yep. Jim's paying
Right?
close
Issue
attention
45,
now.
issue 89. Couple cool covers, just weird covers. So I really like them. And I put Marvel Team Up and Marvel 2-in-1s together little by little as I can get them. You know, I got a good chunk of each. I picked this up because my kid plays Fortnite, and before I could even get a bag on it, the code was out, the costume was in the game, and my kid was playing.
It's actually a cool cover.
It served its purpose.
There you go.
Like you guys. Can't wait till this arc's over so I can just get back to regular Thor.
Yeah. Bring back the Black
These
Winter,
tie-ins,
please.
man, they gotta stop. Like you guys, Dame Foster Thor. Savage Avengers, but Chris, as good as this cover is, you missed the best cover. This is probably my cover of the week.
Okay.
And probably one of my favorite covers from her. Jenny Frison, Cloak and Dagger, Savage Avengers.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's just elegant. That is a beautiful cover.
Oh, I am a big Frison fan, and I actually enjoyed reading Cloak and Dagger in the 80s. So that's one of the reasons why I picked up this book, is because Cloak and Dagger was introduced in the tail end of the first book. Comic Journey, hope that you're doing well. Thanks for spending some time with us. But yeah, that was, Frison doing a Marvel. It's been a while since I've seen that. Yeah.
And it's just a beautiful cover. And I thought the Grimm cover she did last week was one of the best covers of the week.
Yeah.
Next, number 7. Then I got the Cult of Icarus, and they did it weird with this. So this is a really, really fun, really good independent title. We got to meet the people that wrote it and drew it here, so that was fun too. But they released issues 3 and Scout Comics and 4 in the same week, so this wraps up the first arc. So can't wait to sit down and read that. Fun little tale. Then, of course, Joseph Michael Eisner, Invincible Red Sonja, number 9.
Oof.
Wow.
The Amanda Connor cover.
Oh, okay.
DJ Lynx is in the house.
Okay. We
Stick
have
around.
Frank Gazetta's Death Dealer. Issue 1 was really good. Joseph Michael Eisner again.
That's a fire cover.
That is. Now, who
My
brought that out?
Hold on,
Who
Gary.
Gary?
Put that back up there. My
who's putting this out? Open.
Yeah. See,
cover B.
I think I'd have to order that through mine. They wouldn't even dream of that.
Man, that's awesome.
Issue 1 was such a horrible read, though.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's awful.
Gary, did you enjoy it, or was it?
I really liked the first issue.
Oh, I hated it.
Really? I had
passion.
a lot of fun with it.
Oh.
And then so Taylor can make fun of me again. We have Belit and Valeria, number 2.
I mean, listen, I don't want to
Number
yuck your
2.
yum, but there's OnlyFans built for you, sir.
Number 2, and this cover I love. This painted cover is beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then the last book, I love this one because it looks like an 80s movie poster. Like it has all the cheese and candy.
Yeah, Hard Bodies on Hot Island or some shit.
Well, I don't know what you guys are. Hold that back up for a sec. Hold that back up. I don't know what you guys are talking about. They have very nice earrings on. That's all I see is that the blonde has hoops. The dark-haired lady has nice blue sapphire.
They just went down a dark path when they were younger, Chris, and they never recovered.
That's.
I love it.
I enjoy nice costume jewelry. It looks very nice on them. It works well.
Well, I haven't read that yet, and I'm hoping that they didn't butcher 2 incredible characters that Robert E. Howard created. The odds are it's a Blaze, and they probably butchered them.
Could be.
But that's it. That's the haul.
That's it. That's all. Boom.
I know you were wet comics on me there, leaving me on the thing.
Film Age Studios, Chris. Hope that you're doing well. Thanks for dropping by. So this is one I wanted to talk about this Sunday night on Mark's show, but It didn't happen for me. So now that I have you guys here, who watched the first episode? I don't care about the rest, but the first episode of The Boys.
I saw the first episode.
Me.
I haven't yet.
No, Rob.
Too much came out. I got 4 series to watch.
Okay, so I'm going to spoil one scene.
Everyone already has.
Yeah, I was going to say, that scene's already been spoiled.
My God. I get that the boys want to up it every season or whatever, but I don't think anyone can top that I don't even know what to call it. That scene in the bedroom.
Power bottom than a top.
Well,
my God, like just tickle away and then, I smell something inside of this man's rectum. I think I'm going to sneeze, and boom. Yeah. No, I guess Marvel could learn something with Ant-Man.
Knowing what they've done with the show so far, they put that in episode 1. You don't think they're going to end with something worse?
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know where you can go from.
I thought you were going to be maybe talking about the hospital handy.
Then we got the hospital. But no, it's just like, what am I watching? Like, what am I looking at here? This was one of those moments for me that whole this really small guy going inside the guy's butt and tickling inside and then sneezing and causing himself to expand and blow up the guy who he's inside of. To me, that was one of those like, oh my God moments I haven't had since Invincible, where Invincible's dad basically held Invincible up by the hair as he was cutting through the subway and people were being disintegrated, in that cartoon. That was one of those, oh my God moments. Like, what am I looking at here? And kudos to the boys, kudos to those producers and those actors for having the balls.
Yeah.
for
doing that scene.
Something like that. They're just waiting to see the news break after people see it. They're following all the feeds. They're following all the social media sites.
Yeah, and then again, Homelander visiting his. Do we even want to call her his ex-girlfriend or whatever? But yeah, and then basically putting himself into her hand as she was lying near comatose or whatever, and getting a handy J. Yeah, it's just
Homelander. Wow. He has no shame.
Yeah,
from a quadriplegic Nazi. I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, well,
or not triplegic. She had one limb that worked. So
yeah,
biplegic.
That was.
Is this going to be the last season? You think?
They're going to milk it like a prostate for everything it's worth.
Really?
Well done, sir. Well done.
I wasn't sure.
It's already. Apparently, I'm not. I mean, I tried reading the boys comic and it just wasn't for me because it's Garth Ennis and he's very hit or miss. But
I tried it as well.
But apparently it's veered off from that entirely because Homelander doesn't last very long in the comics.
Well, I think he lasts 3 or 4 issues tops, and then Butcher gets his hands on Homelander, and that's it. Now, again, they got themselves a tremendous actor, Anthony Starr, that does Homelander.
Just the jaw muscles on that guy.
Yeah. Oh, he's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good at being so bad. And ladies and gentlemen, DJ Lynx will be releasing his next album, Prostate Milking. Just make sure that you pay attention to it. I will be holding him to that title.
Oh,
as long as you're not holding him while you're doing the milking.
Right.
Oh.
No.
No, Spidey, he was trying to crawl up Mother's Milks or whatever. Not Mother's Milk, the other guy. Frenchie's pee-pee.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. The whole leg scene there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I enjoy it. I thought the first couple seasons of The Boys was good. I enjoyed it, but because I was born and raised in Toronto and this show is filmed in Toronto, I actually find myself looking at the background more than the show.
This guy, I tell you.
Hollywood North, baby.
It's just nice to have a show and a company that's making shows that's just not worried about what's said about them in the social media.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's
Look, this is our show. This is what they want. This is what we're putting out.
Take it or leave it. You know,
it's balls
we
to
already
the
know
wall.
it's not for everybody, but for those
I'm
of you,
just. I guess my question is, where's the arc in it? You know, I mean, is it him killing Homelander? Is that the end of the show, or is it him killing Homelander and realizing, you know, he's already starting to, in my opinion, become what he hates, meaning Butcher. You know?
Butcher is not the focus of the series.
Yeah, I understand that, but I think it's funny that he's like, you know, I'm willing to go and become what I hate in order to take care of it.
Well, there you go. That's the arc.
Yeah.
Or
Butcher.
They all get killed except for the Soups, and it just keeps on going.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like, oh, you thought there was a happy ending? No. They continue to do what they want because they can.
Even happy endings blow up in the butthole.
Oh, wow!
You call it a spoiled happy ending?
Yeah.
Well done, well done. Okay, let's talk about last week's episode of Obi-Wan, where we finally got to see Hayden Christensen.
Not today's.
No, not today's episode. Last week's episode, where we finally got to see Hayden Christensen return as Darth Vader in full suit for the first full time, because we did have a cameo of him at the end of Revenge of the Sith in the suit. But now we got to see Vader basically in his prime, doing Vader-like things. And guys, did what he did before he actually got to see Obi-Wan one-on-one when he walked through that village.
Mm-hmm.
Is this what you guys expected from a primetime Darth Vader, or did he live up to what we saw in Rogue One, or was this a little too Disney Plus ish? You think?
What do you? I mean, he came out and he whacked everybody that was walking down the. You know, I mean, crying out loud, he just went boom, and then he went, and the boy's head went. I mean, like the kid. He just the kid.
Even the people that weren't walking down the street. Oh, you're in your house? Fuck you! Get out here!
Yeah,
I'm gonna kids. He's done it before.
I'm gonna drag this guy behind me with the Force behind me. You know,
he said this a long time ago. Like I killed the men, the women, and the children too.
Yeah, right. I think it was exactly what he was supposed to be.
Now, was it Hayden in the costume, or was it someone else, or was he just voicing an actor?
Apparently, depending on what you read, there's like different, like multiple people, depending upon what type of shot they're doing. But it doesn't really matter. But
I doubt it was Hayden at all this week.
He was in the credits this week.
Well, that might have been just for the suiting up, or is that what the week before?
I don't know which week you're talking
that
about.
Was the week before.
We're discussing week 3, but today was week 4 drop.
Yeah, you know, I mean week 3. Week 3, when they didn't it all kind of start with like him getting Vadered up, or is that the end of week 2? I can't remember.
Well, that was the end of week 2.
Week 2, and then week 3 we got to see the suit get put together.
Yeah, okay, you're right. Week 2
then we got to heard.
Studio, you're wrong. Go away.
That was Hayden at the very beginning.
My problem with the whole thing, my only problem with the whole thing so far is I wish when he decided he was going to, the whole premise of it, I'm going to put Luke here, I'm going to put Leia here, and then I'm just going to disappear. But I've always looked at the Jedi as like, you know, sort of like the space samurai, and they would always practice. I mean, a samurai may turn into a Ronin and be on his own with no master. He's still going to practice. He's still going to keep his skills sharp, because he's going to come against somebody that ain't going to like him. And for him to bury his lightsaber and just take everything away, I felt like that was not true to what a Jedi should do.
I disagree. So here you have a time period where you got to remember every little thing that you could potentially do that would give you away as a Jedi. The eyes of the Imperials and the Inquisitors were everywhere, and they were killing Jedi like crazy. I mean, look at even after the purge of Order 66, we saw today how many, right? You know, and it's like, without any spoilers, right? Just he had to cut himself off, not only to not be detected, in order to watch over the boy. until the time was right. But also, you're coming out of time. He just had massive. He thinks that his brother, essentially, that he was forced to kill his brother, and he felt utterly betrayed. And the entire Jedi Order has fallen to pieces. And there's at this point in time, he's at the lowest of the lows. That there's no hope except for this boy supposedly. So they've got to wait, and it's very easy to see that he cut himself off, much like when in the last trilogy, when Luke felt that he betrayed the Jedi Order and stuff, and had thought he attacked Kylo Ren, and he goes off into isolation and cuts himself off from the Force. And I think that it's supposed to be an analogy to show that. And so, because he's disconnected, but it goes into all these things. We see the little bits here and there throughout the episodes, including today's episode, where he's struggling to reconnect. He's still not at peace, right? The Jedi are supposed to be calm, they're at peace, and he's filled with inner turmoil still about this whole stuff with Anakin. And that's a block for him that's preventing him from really making a deep connection. So he's winging it and struggling to get by.
The one thing I find interesting about Obi-Wan in this time period is how unsensitive he is now to the Force, because Obi-Wan, to me, when we got to see in episode 1 through 3, is he was incredibly Force sensitive, and like he was, using the Force to pick up a fork, for God's sakes. Like here, it's absent. Like, look how long he had to try.
That's what I'm saying.
To make it work.
And that's
where
what
he had to
Rob's
catch
saying.
Leia at the end.
And I think I see that this is
the second episode.
I understand that this is why some people are having issues with the show at first. They said why is Obi-Wan like? And you're not getting. There's a lot of. I get maybe you have to read these different levels of what's going on. You have to understand, get these different pieces. And to me, it all makes sense. I love it. I think it's great that he's not just single-handedly able to take on legions of troops and bounds. It'd be boring. Everything else.
No. I'm not saying that. I just thought he would be just a tad bit more. I mean, everything you said, I 100% agree with. Now, the way you presented it to me, I get why he had to do what he had to do. I understand. Just in that little bit he did with Leia, it like activated all of a sudden. Darth Vader could sense him right away. Yeah, he was like, he's there. Yeah, I just felt him now. So I get it. I'm probably not. I'm not as deep into it as you are, Rob.
And my sister will make me look like a dunce. But
another cool thing is, if you guys can remember Return of the Jedi, when we saw Luke in full Jedi apparel, and there was the lightsaber battle at the end in front of the Emperor, Vader fought him with one hand. And I don't mean yes, Luke takes his hand or whatever, but during that lightsaber battle, Vader fights Luke with just one hand. And the curious thing that I saw in this most recent episode, last week's episode, was when Vader fought Obi-Wan, he fought him with one hand.
He always does. Vader did it in A New Hope too, and the reason for that is his armor is restrictive in movement. Okay. It actually makes it difficult for him to raise his arms and anything else. So fighting in a one-handed motion allows him to do so in a way that it allows him to be more aggressive than he can if he tries to bring his arms together and fight in a two-handed motion.
Well, that's probably then the biggest. Right. Well, then that's probably the biggest difference between Anakin and Vader.
Yes.
Is because Anakin always started behind his head, and Vader is just a
Vader cannot lift his arms above his head. It's one of the restrictive motions of the suit itself. And when you get this is deep into the fucking lore here, people. Right. Sorry. The range of motion. Yeah, the range of motions and stuff that are done there. The amount of force and stuff that he actually has to use just in order to get by and do some of the normal stuff is intentional to keep him weak, so that way he can't defeat the Emperor. There's a lot of things that are done intentionally in all that stuff to, including older parts and some other shit. But yeah. He had to adapt Vader has to adapt his fighting style once he becomes Darth Vader because of the lack of range of motion, the complete mechanical parts, the constant pain, all these different things, that the inability to breathe well. Yeah.
One last question. Obi-Wan, one of Obi-Wan's timeless statements that he said at the end of Revenge of the Sith was that Anakin was the chosen one. Now, flash forward all this time later, we've seen the Skywalker saga play out. We've seen Luke rise, fall, rise again, fall again. We saw Rey. Who's sound effecting? Anyways, in the end, gentlemen, individually, I'll start with Gary. In your opinion, is Anakin Skywalker still the chosen one?
I don't think he was ever the chosen one.
Okay.
I think he's fed what he needs to be fed to make him into the tool they want him to be.
Yeah.
Taylor, what say you? Is Anakin the chosen one? Or was it Luke?
I don't think they had a plan for this shit to begin with. Yeah. Like, is it Rey?
Or was Rey just formed? Jim?
No, I don't know. I would say Luke if it were me, but I
think Vader was the tool to get to Luke.
Yeah. Let Rob say it.
Robert, is Anakin Skywalker still the chosen one?
It all depends upon your interpretation of the prophecy. If you want to go to the straightest thing, narrow, of saying that you're bringing balance to the Force, there was a hell of a lot of Jedi and only 2 Sith. Kind of changed that. He kind of brought balance to the Force. It may not be the balance that you're hoping for, but if you're looking at a pure yin yang, the boy did it. Now, if you're looking, then of course
it is everything, though.
The whole idea is the only things that you can say that kind of come good out of the last trilogy is there are pieces where they expound on some of this, with light rising to meet the dark and the dark rising to meet the light and stuff, and as they kind of build on some of the stuff from Star Wars Rebels and stuff with the Force dyads and stuff that was kind of built around all this stuff, and but you can interpret each generation as Luke trying to bring the light back up in the balance of the dark after Vader brought the dark into balance of light, and then having to spill over into Rey and coming in with the harmony then with Kylo Ren in order to create the true balance. The two of them could be the chosen one, but it all depends on, like any prophecy. You get to see what you want to see. And to bring it back to comics, this is what I actually always loved about the Dark Horse series, Dark Empire 2, where Luke actually goes to the dark side and takes Vader's space in this story, next to the Emperor, after the Emperor is resurrected via cloning and stuff, taken later on. But in that thing, it allowed the Emperor. Here, Luke joins the Emperor and comes aside, takes his father's space. Something we heard the Emperor always say that he saw was destiny, right? But then he would eventually go back to the light, and everything else and stuff, which always was the destiny that others saw. The light side saw for him. They saw what they wanted to see in their Force visions and their own interpretations of everything else. They were, because the Jedi and the Sith are blinded to each other's cause because they're so locked in their ways. They can only see half of the truth, and they only see the half the truth that they want to see. And this is where we hope we really explore more in the old EU, and we kind of get teases to it potentially with at the ends of Rise of Skywalker and all that stuff, is this idea of the truly balanced with the gray Jedi, and this concept of that you can be somewhere in between, and actually they built on this in Rebels too, with Kanan Jarrus and some of the other stuff they introduced. This concept of sides. Yeah, the concept that there isn't. Why are there absolutes? You know, you want to say that the Sith deal in absolutes, well, so do the Jedi, right? They just deal in
toys.
They just deal in a different set of absolutes.
One last question. I know I said last question was the last question. This is the last question. Let's end this on a fun note. We've had 9 Star Wars episodes in the theater. We've had a couple spin-off films, and we've now been through. This is what the 4th now Disney Plus television series. Gentlemen, pick one. What has been the best lightsaber battle that you've enjoyed the most? Gary,
there's only one answer.
One lightsaber battle that is your absolute favorite of everything that we've gotten to witness from your childhood to where you are today. What is your favorite lightsaber battle?
The first one that pops into mind, so you got to go with that, and that's the final fight with Vader in Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Taylor?
Darth Maul.
Jim?
Return.
Vader and Luke, where Luke takes down Vader. Robert?
Absolutely.
Oh, it has to be Duel of the Fates. I mean, it was so different and showed you for the first time as a kid. You got to, or what, even as a young adult when I saw it by then, it was what you had always been led to believe. For the first time you saw it on TV, Jedi jumping and Sith jumping all over the place, and the music was so amazing. I mean, I understand the Return of the Jedi one was pretty decent, but I mean, it was still like a fencing match. Like they didn't move around much. I mean, it was pretty static.
So the biggest thing I would just to respond to what Gary and Jim both agree, and Rob and Taylor agree on theirs. The biggest difference I find is with time, they realize they need to choreograph the lightsaber battles better. Right. And for me, I grew up with Luke Skywalker, but my God, for me, it's not even close. When Maul fired up that second side of the lightsaber, it was like, oh my sweet Jesus, I've dreamt of this, and they did it.
And, I didn't even know I dreamt of it, and they did it.
And there was a scene where an overhead shot where Maul has Qui-Gon Jinn, I believe, on his left and Obi-Wan on his right, and Maul looks back and forth quickly and then just goes into it. I'm like, here we go. This is fabulous stuff. But in the end, there's no real wrong answer. The kid in me says, my God, Luke Skywalker, even when Luke fell in Empire Strikes Back, that was still a good battle because Vader had the upper hand the entire time.
This lightsaber battle was Luke Skywalker versus the targeting droid on the Millennium Falcon and New Hope.
Or when Luke looked inside. No.
I can't see a thing with the splash shield down.
But yeah, the Duel of the Fates. But in the end, there's no wrong answer because it just depends at what moment where you were in your life where you just saw
there's only one right answer.
But Duel of the Fates for me, Rob hit the nail on the head. The score on top of this incredible choreographed battle, you know, Ray Park hit it out of the park. Like he carried that lightsaber battle as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, Gary, what do you got coming up on the Gary B Casual Comic Guy YouTube channel?
Tomorrow night we have Jerry the Jitterbug on In the Hot Seat with the Usual Suspects. And then on Saturday night, we have Keep On Collecting, where me and Geek Spa are interviewing the gentleman from Australia about their toy hobby.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so some fun stuff coming up this week.
And for everyone that's still hanging out, Gary has kicked off, is it safe to call it Chapter 3?
Yep, Phase 3.
Phase 3 of the Grow Together initiative. He has spotlighted a monster list of channels within this community at different levels of growth within the YouTube community for the comic book community. Please head over to Gary's channel. Check out that video. Open up the information that's there, and there's a drop list of all these wonderful channels that you may want to consider subbing up and checking out when you have some time. Gary, it's a wonderful thing, my man.
Yeah,
Oh,
also, Kyle, that's totally cheating, you son of a.
Just one, Kyle. Just one.
There can be only one.
Taylor, what's coming up on the Taylor Winder
tonight
YouTube channel?
In about an hour, my weekly comic book reviews. The video quality is a little wonky because I've messed up my OBS software. Anyways, cranky comic reviews. Tomorrow I'm unboxing a Fletch Comics box. Next Monday, a certain Canadian is going to be on unboxing match if he ever gets to America to get this box.
So update. The mailbox store UPS, where I have my mailbox, is going to send that package up to a UPS store here in Canada for just a small fee of $17. So I will be picking up. I will be picking up that mystery box, and Monday night you can catch me on Taylor Winder's.
Oh, man, now I feel bad about mailing you just a box of dingleberries.
Oh, if it clears the border, we'll see.
Yeah.
Jim, what's coming up on?
I am currently pulling out the key books. I talked with Mr. Beckerman. I just have to set up a time. I think the two of us are just going to go live and do our first appearance challenge.
Okay.
And because you know how he is, he doesn't. He doesn't do video. So that's the only way I can figure out how to. I don't know. Is there a way to do that?
Some of you guys.
Can I go and do a StreamYard video with him and then post it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
on your
channel.
Oh yeah, you can record it. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I mean, I don't necessarily have to go live, right?
Yeah, no, you don't have to. You can record. You can record it and then download it and then upload it over to. Yeah.
All right. Well, then that's what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I look forward to it. Robert, what's coming up?
Why do you call me Robert? Jesus Christ,
Bobby.
What's coming up on the Rob's Fat Stacks YouTube channel?
I go to the complete dark side, and I decided to embrace the Pokemon, and I go on a collector's binge, unboxing 27 boxes of Pokemon.
Nice.
Trying to see if I can get that great Squirtle card. No, of course not. Tomorrow I open a $65 mystery box from Nick's Kicks and Comics. You've seen some other people open it, and it's supposedly been fire. So, we'll see what I got. And then, of course, Saturday will be Slab Hub. We will have the Sultan of Slabs as he arrives to show off some of his collection. And then Monday will be another Monday mail call. Then I'll keep opening boxes, just like that. Same old, same old.
I'm looking. We
got some new Slab Hub giveaway stuff that's come. Swag giveaway soon. So we have the magnets still that we're doing to the winners, but pretty soon we're gonna have a brand new Slab Hub bookmark. So you can have a bookmark for your comment that we'll give away with our giveaway. So when you're reading your books, you can put a bookmark in your page
nice.
Instead of leaving it.
We have a 9.6 and 7.98.
Well, if you put it to the middle and leave it around, it's better than taking your book and opening it up and then laying it down flat
I know.
or bending a page to mark where you were.
It's fine.
Just don't store it with the bookmark in it for long periods of time. You're fine, Taylor.
I mean, who reads books anyways?
Yeah.
No, apparently I was. Me. But yeah, so that's coming soon.
This is the guy that's got an episode coming out in a few minutes. Anyways,
but you just assume I read those. I could just be talking smack out of my ass.
It's true.
Yeah, you have to read them
that's
all.
That's what you're doing about We Live, in my opinion. But anyway,
dude, We Live has not been good.
I will be dropping a video featuring my favorite top 5 covers for the month of May, and after that, I'll be dropping a new Walmart pack opening video. I enjoy it, and it seems like a lot of people like watching those Walmart pack videos get opened up. I may do an all Marvel episode next. The DC stuff seems to be getting a little bit more hard to find because people are hunting down those Ruby packs. But Saturday I'll be on Slab Hub. Sunday it'll be 2 cool guys, 2 hot picks. Sunday night I'll be on the Legion of Comics YouTube channel, taking a spoiler look back at everything pulp culture. And knowing Mark, he's going to be wanting to talk about that Black Adam trailer.
No.
Yeah, he is.
It's true. Banter too.
But yeah.
Yeah,
and then Banter Saturday night. Yes, we'll figure out who's hosting it. Chip, if you're in the chat, let me know if you're going to be doing it.
It'll be on Chip's channel one way or the other.
Right. And Ronnie Boys join us. Ronnie, appreciate your time. And Austin LeMay. Austin, just to let you know, my man, if you did not get out to your LCS today, do so. There is a sketch cover for the brand new Spawn book that dropped today. And yeah. And let's see. I think that's about it. So everyone, yeah, I appreciate your time. Like always, when I fire this up, I have no idea if anyone's going to come hang out, but I'm glad that you 4 gentlemen did so. So thank you for that. And there's no better way for me to say thank you, but by doing this. Good night, everybody.